Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So, I haven't really been drawing my OCs all that much lately, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to do some maybe quick chibis of them and kind of design little outfits for them. And we'll see how far I'll get into drawing them, because maybe I'll do color or maybe I won't. But I was doing like a doodle of Masaki, and I don't think my other OCs kind of have like too many other outfits, especially for like the cooler weather. I've done like little sketch pages where I've drawn some other outfits for them in the past, kind of like this. So we have Koji's, and then I also have one for Masaki, which kind of feels more spring, like this. I do like this kind of color jacket for him, but I think it would be kind of fun to draw some autumn outfits for my OCs for the just like to give them a change in aesthetic or change in clothing, and I think that would be kind of fun to do in more of a chibi form. Have I done one for Akimi? I swear I did. I guess this one's it. So let's go ahead and make a new canvas. Let's do like A4 size, and then we can kind of fit them all across this. I'm gonna go with more of this neutral, kind of warmer gray. So let's go ahead and get started. It's been a while since I've drawn like chibis on the iPad, so I do apologize if they come out a little bit more janky. So we'll see if I can fit all four on here. Because maybe I'll sketch out all of them really briefly so we can kind of plan out the composition, and then we can get to actually kind of fleshing them out a little bit more. I do know that she usually wears like longer skirts or those skirt pants type of clothing. So my chibis tend to have longer bodies in general compared to their head size, I feel like. So I'm going to try my best to kind of equal these guys out. I feel like I can fit Koji in a weird pose. Koji, and then we can fit Akimi down here. Kind of like the opposite pose to Masaki. I feel like I gave him really big hips. That's over here. We'll fix the actual proportions of each of them afterwards. Okay, so let's do something like this. I feel like this feels like more like Sato. So maybe make this into Masaki. So let's see how we can do this. Let's start off with Masaki so you can kind of feel like I can figure out what kind of sketching style, I guess, I'm drawing them in. Most likely I'm going to be simplifying them anyway, so I feel like that kind of works out. Give him his ears. So I tend to draw chibi ears quite large compared to their heads, and part of it is habit, just because I draw a lot of Wonu and I usually exaggerate his ears to be very round. For Masaki, I tend to draw him a lot with obviously turtlenecks. I draw him a lot with sweaters and cardigans, anything that feels more like cable knit or like of a thicker material. Let's give him a thinner turtleneck, similar to how I usually give Akimi a thinner one. Layer it with a sweater, because I feel like Masaki wears more chunkier, thicker clothing, while Akimi wears a little bit more form-fitting. I'm gonna say that, but like I feel like I'm gonna change up Akimi's to be like kind of like an undershirt of some sort, and it's gonna be usually thinner material, formal wear-ish, like dress shirts and stuff. I'll give him a necklace since this isn't his work attire. It's 2 leaves. I think we'll try to render these a little bit. So I'm gonna try my best to keep the lines kind of clean and bold. So I didn't have any plans on what Sato's hand was supposed to be doing, and now that I switched to Masaki, I have less of a clue. Because their proportions are so, I guess, deformed. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to make them interact even with themselves. And I always debate what color scheme I give Masaki. because I switch it up sometimes to give him more earthier colors when it gets to more like chunkier clothing. Shoes? I feel like he'd wear his boots. I feel like he's the type that wears boots like anytime. Maybe not in the summer. So here's Masaki. I'm gonna work on Sato next because I feel like I know what her outfit's gonna look like. I'm thinking whether or not I'll change Akimi's glasses. Because maybe he would wear thicker rimmed ones. Okay, I'm gonna shrink her body down a little bit. Let's do hairstyles. Actually, I'll do hairstyles after. Like, I'll do the hair always at the end so you can kind of focus on the outfit more. So for Sato, I'll put a reference of the type of skirts I usually associate her with because they tend to be, I don't know, maybe it's because I deem her to be more of a practical person. I do like the idea of making them more like pants skirts, if that makes sense. And I myself, I don't wear skirts or dresses that often. I love wearing leggings and I just wear pants for the most part. But if I had to wear a skirt that's a little bit more longer and a little bit flowier, I would probably wear something like this. Because they're so cute. Because even like in high school, this is how my skirts were. They're basically squirts. So underneath would be like a pair of shorts. It would wrap all the way around like this and loop into the front up until like here, and then it would have pleats, like really simple pleats going around right here, so they give an illusion of a skirt with this part included, but we wore shorts underneath basically. The thing is, like, I don't know if she would wear it high-waisted. I feel like maybe she would actually. Okay, and then probably, maybe, I guess it maybe kind of like either dark black, kind of like Mary Jane's kind of shoes, or we could do boots. I don't know. I don't want to go into a weird territory of it looking too like of a historical dress, maybe. Cause that, or we could go shorter sleeves. Don't know if these are too distracting. I don't think I'm ever gonna explain her hair properly. She's gonna look really cute. That, or we can do pigtails. I didn't think I was gonna struggle with Sato this much. I don't know if I want to put this in front of her shoulder or not. Make her hair drape over. So she would only tie her hair like this. She wouldn't actually like put into a bun or anything. Maybe I'll do it like this. Okay, so I'll do that for Sato. And then let's work on Akimi. And then we'll work on Koji. Just because I feel like I am going to struggle with Koji. Just drawing him in general, not even his outfit. Make flatten his eyes even a little bit more. That's because this used to be Masaki's. He doesn't need this anymore. He'll have those tubes. It stores like larger sheets of paper. But he will also have a turtleneck. I like drawing guys with turtlenecks. So I was even thinking either this is like a large dress shirt, or could be like a corduroy material too. So maybe more like a jacket-ish I guess if he's tucking it in, maybe it's too thick to tuck in, so maybe it is just a dress shirt. Similar, I guess that's too similar to Masaki as well, but I feel like when people are working with their hands and stuff, having long sleeves gets in the way. And I stopped wearing jewelry, like, I think second year of uni. Just because, like, whenever I was in the wood shop, they always tell you to take off, like, your necklaces, any bracelets, or anything like that. And I usually I had a friendship bracelet with 2 of my friends. And I had a necklace that had not ours, but we all had one with our first name, like the letter of our first name. But I stopped wearing it because it got tiring to keep taking off every time. The funny thing is, like, I never liked using these tubes for carrying around my artwork just because rolling it up was a pain. And unraveling it was a pain. So I rather carry around my gigantic, like, portfolio case, like these ones. They're, like, huge. They have, like, a little handle at the top. Probably do light inside, dark outside, lightish pants, maybe? I still want to change Akimi's hair a bit, but... Because I don't have an OC that just has, like, normal bangs going across, and I always like that look. Or maybe even just, like, a little bit of curlier bangs. It might be because, like, I haven't been drawing Wanu a lot. So Akimi is very round, which I have no problems with. I think I just want a character that has, like, Danhung's hair. I'm just gonna leave Akimi's glasses like this. They're uneven, but you know, it's okay. So I feel like Akimi's clothing is very similar to what he wears regardless. Because his barely changed. I think this is gonna be more or less their color schemes that are gonna change. Okay, let's do Koji. I feel bad that I have to stick him down here. Maybe let's expand the canvas actually, so we can line them all up. Akimi's a little too large. I think that works. Bigger ears for the boy. Kind of a normal kind of sweater. And then a jacket, which I think might fit a little bit better. I feel like the other one maybe is kind of a little bit more wintry. Let's do that then for Koji. So the thing is, like, I'm thinking, I know autumn's like not the coldest of months for people, but I'm thinking, do I want him to still wear shorts? Shoes. I feel like he still wear the big sneakers during this time. His body looks broken. Let's make sure that it doesn't look like that. Okay, so that's all of them sketched. Let's go give them a little bit of color. Now, I don't know if I'm going to paint them as normal. Excuse me. Or do I want to... Maybe I can paint them as normal. I'll just keep the coloring super clean. So, another new layer. I'll keep this in the background, basically. Or not that one. I'll keep the color into the background, and then we can just color as normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can quickly block them all in. So I'm just going to do this in a blue. And then we'll paint them all individually afterwards, and I'll see how I feel if I want to actually render any of them to a certain point, or even just like clean them up enough. Paint this all in. I think it might be easier just to chunk it. think this is going to be the more tedious part. So technically the easiest way would be doing like something like this, where you would outline the whole entire thing. And I feel like I should be doing this, but my problem is that when Procreate fills, I don't know if it's the threshold that I have it set to, or if there's like another setting I need to kind of fiddle with. It always leaves like a white kind of like line all the way around, kind of like this because it's fuzzy, but you can kind of see these little straggly lines here, so I just have to make sure to fill them in. Okay, so now that they're all filled, I am going to alpha lock this. I'm going to change it to be the majority of their skin tone, which is going to be a light kind of peach color. I'm just going to put a reminder to myself that make Koji a little bit warmer. A little bit more tan. Okay, maybe not like that. Okay, so I'm going to start with Akimi. Actually, no, let's start with Masaki. He's like my comfort zone, so stick with Masaki first. So I want to keep these simple. I don't want to add too much unnecessary colors. Kind of keep everything kind of on the warmer side. Do kind of like a light pass, and then once we actually start to color in the sketch lines, then I'll kind of fix up his eyes completely. You'll see what I mean in a bit. Because right now they look kind of like a dark brownie-ish green color. It probably looks black to you guys right now, but just the process. Once we actually start to color in those lines, I will make them more of the appropriate color. So to keep everything simple, I'm gonna basically do like a really soft gradient for the hair. And then I might add a little bit of shadow here and there. Value and or kind of like the shape of his hair. Next up is highlights. So I'm gonna go with an orangey yellow. I don't think it's necessary for me to do my normal stuff. I'm gonna keep it this simple for the most part. I kind of want a more muted green, like a foresty green, like this. And then go brown. Which I feel like because I've drawn something similar to this before, it looks fine. And then we can kind of give him more like charcoal-ish, kind of dark gray pants. So I don't want to get rid of that too quickly. So I'm gonna clip a new layer and we are going to invert this. So I can kind of check which I like better. Because this is also very cute. I'm wondering if I swap these as well. Make this darker even. This is cute. I feel like this feels more autumn. This feels more winter. I don't know if I'm picking the wrong choice. You guys can let me know what you think. Make these lighter. Kind of take this brown color and add it to his pants. You can see a place where I missed that color. Okay, outfit. All I know is that I want him to kind of have dark navy pants, probably. Kind of like that. Mix in a little bit of that skin tone. Okay, so I was thinking of doing kind of dark navy blue pants. I'm having the conundrum that's similar to Masaki's. Do I want to go more kind of lighter color on the outside and darker on the inside, or lighter on the outside, or vice versa, whatever I just said. Maybe I'll do like a white or a light gray on the inside. We can go lighter for his sweater color. Got his folder over top. So I know on my tube, mine had like a red thing on it. So I'm gonna add that in. I think that's Akimi. Let's add shadows and then we can move on to probably Koji next. Koji, and then we can do his eyes, his teeth. This might look black for you guys until I actually change it once again. And it'll kind of make their eyes look a little bit cuter too. His hair color is lighter. I feel like I always flip-flop on his hair color. Kind of go like that. Shirt. I want to go with kind of a warm gray. Because I've drawn him with kind of warm gray before. I'll put some red on there. I'll do the inside of his jacket maybe as the blue color. And then the outside can be probably black, maybe? I mean, this is significantly darker than what I usually draw him with. I think I usually draw him with almost like this color red for pants. It's like fire truck red. Zipper. Darken that blue. So right off the bat, I'm going to make her shirt white. And she kind of has like teal turquoise eyes because I wanted them to be a little similar to Masaki's eye color, but not too close. Because they are cousins. So for her shadows, for her hair, I'm going to make it more of a, almost a muted purple. It's kind of like a way to keep her hair looking vibrant without getting too monochromatic-ish. Okay, then we'll add a soft gradient. And then highlights. So highlights, we're going to go with just a light yellow. Because I don't want it to be white. Got a little bit of warmth there. But it looks really bright anyway, so... So let's play around with the actual sketch itself. So I'm going to alpha lock this and we can actually change some of these to be more vibrant. We can make it more darker. But I'm going to go and do like a half circle and kind of fix up all their eyes. Okay, so let's change their hair color as well to be a little bit closer. This might be too light for Koji, so I'm going to pick a different color, but I will change this one for Sato. And it kind of feels like a little highlighty, just because of how bright the color is. Add a light purple maybe to Akimi's. So what I'm going to do now is to merge my sketch downwards, so now that they're all on one layer. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to this brush, and we're going to kind of fix them up just a little bit. I feel like Masaki and Akimi need the least fixing, but these two have very like wibbly wobbly lines for her face. Same with a little bit of Koji's, and he has like a lot of straggly lines here and there. Gonna get rid of these scraggly lines. So I'm just darkening up some of these lines. And with considering how chibis are, I feel like how bold I'm working with some of these line colors, it's not gonna look too out of place. Because usually I like to make them look a little bit softer, but I don't mind making these a little bit darker just because I do like the fact that sometimes they look a little sticker-like. They stand out quite a bit. Give them a little bit of a heel. So hopefully I can fix up Koji and Sato so that I don't feel too off looking at them. Which I feel bad about. Chunky sweaters like this I think look super cute though. I want to find another chunky sweater of a different color probably. I have two that are more like kind of this color if anything, maybe a little bit lighter. I kind of want like a dark gray one. But I do like the darker lines. I think it helps make them pop a little bit more. So I do want to darken up even more of Akimi's in the same way. I think winter outfits could be fun to do for them, only because like I would love to draw more of their like what jackets they would type of like how am I saying this? I would love to draw more winter outfits because I would like to mess around with what kind of jackets they would wear. So part of me it might be it's because like the colors are not, or not the colors, the line work is very scritchy and scratchy. So let me go ahead and try to clean this up to the best of my ability. Because I don't mind if there's like these as much, because you can see that they're still present in Masaki's. But his still reads a lot more clean. Because I think Sato has so much hair that maybe everything's kind of getting lost in that a little bit. Because I spent time lightening things up just to darken them again. But I do like the contrast, and I feel like it's easier for me to darken things after lightening them. Lightening them? We could do the shoes. Okay, for her eyes, I'm gonna make sure that these a little bit more clean. Okay, so her hair is very weird. She has like this giant chunk that sweeps in front of her face, then she has another chunk that sweeps this way. So this is technically her I was gonna say necklace, it's her earring. Kinda cute. So I feel like I don't dislike it as much anymore. They all have similar kind of level of quality at this point, I feel like. Maybe Masaki still looks the best out of all of them. I just like how I did his sweater. for the most part. Let's write their names. So we have Akimi, Masaki, Koji. We have Sato, which is kind of more... She's very similar in color to Akimi, if anything. Whoops. I'll just lower hers. Some kind of... Let's duplicate this and see if I can... Instead of adding a white highlight, we can kind of fuss around with something a little bit different. I've done this before, so I'll duplicate them. Masaki's color. I'm basically just picking the color of their name. Doing a quick little color on the opposite side. Koji. Yeah, I think they look really cute. So we'll just do a quick look at them. Here is Akimi, kind of in more of a blue and black kind of attire. He switched his turtleneck to more of a kind of like knit turtleneck that's white or cream colored, whichever you want to say, because it's not quite white. It probably looks white on camera. Then we have my OC Masaki, who's my favorite son. Apologies to the rest. But we have him in more of a cable knit sweater, kind of more chunkier, and then a looser kind of foresty green, kind of dark gray pants and his normal boots. Oh, he has a necklace too. Didn't really do anything with that. Then we have Koji, so sticking with his usual color scheme, red shorts, kind of gray shirt, black bomber jacket with navy blue or like a ultramarine blue, I guess, on the inside, and his normal shoes. Then we have Sato. Yeah, just kind of these pants, kind of skirt, kind of a very simple kind of button-up top with a kind of round collar, and then normal bow and her normal hairstyle. So I think that is it for today. We'll do a quick run through of the actual time lapse. I kind of wish I did them one at a time, so it'll be easy to see the time lapse, but I guess we'll just do it this way. So sketched them in random poses, then kind of switched up who I signed is kind of what pose. Sort of Masaki, Mosi Sato. Then we have Akimi. We have Koji, which eventually switched up to this layout. A quick little stripe in the background for color. I'm not sure if any of them, well, besides Masaki, I feel like Masaki is blatantly kind of more fall or autumn attire kind of vibe. But everyone else, I tried to darken up their colors a little bit and changed up some of their clothing that they would usually wear, because I feel like majority of them either fit summer or spring better for their outfits. So hopefully, yeah, you guys enjoy watching me kind of create their little outfits in chibi form, doing a little bit of coloring, a little bit of cleanup. And I think that's it for today's little kind of session. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you were kind of sketching along or drawing along, let me know what you were drawing. And I'll talk to you guys next time in the next video. Bye!